Hello again. How are you, dear IELTS candidates? Hope you're fine. Welcome to my channel, IELTS with Ralph. Today, as you know, we're going to talk about adjectives in writing IELTS Task 1 Academic. And, in our two previous sessions, we worked on nouns and verbs. And now it's time to learn how to describe changes, how to say, for example, if there is a fall or decline or decrease. So there is a little bit difference in the way we describe a fall or an increase. For example, when there is a big fall, or let's say moderate or very slight, so we should use some adjectives. And as you remember, we had a structure for nouns, and that was there to be and noun. So adjective comes before the noun, all right? So we have adjective plus noun in this structure. All right. Sometimes the change is small or unimportant, all right? We can use 4 adjectives to talk about small changes. The first one is moderate. Moderate. Second one is modest. Modest. Then we have slight and marginal. So, moderate, modest, slight, and marginal. For example, there was a moderate or modest drop in the price of beef. So we have adjective, and after the adjective, there is a noun. Or there will be a slight or marginal increase in the voting population. Sometimes the change is at slow speed, or let's say predictable speed. It's very, very slow. There are 4 adjectives to describe slow change, either slow drop or slow increase, all right? The first one is gradual, steady, consistent, and anemic. These 4 adjectives are used to describe very, let's say, slow change. So what's the difference between slow, right, and small change? Well, slow is when, for example, there is a period of, let's say, 10 years. And during this 10-year period, for example, the price of beef increased from $10 to $11. So there was an increase. However, it was very slow during this time period, all right? But sometimes we're talking about 1-year period. The price of beef dropped from $10 to $8. So that was small, right? It was not a slow. Slow is longer period. However, small is small change, right? So this is the difference that we have to be aware of using, let's say, proper adjectives. Now, let's make 2 examples of the adjectives we worked about slow speed. All right, there were gradual, steady, or consistent increases in the price of beef and pork. So gradual, steady, consistent increases. There was only anemic growth in the company's profits last year. Now, sometimes the change is at high speed, and we can use 4 adjectives. The first one is sharp. Next one, rapid, dramatic, and steep. All right? Sharp, rapid, dramatic, and steep. For example, there was a sharp or steep drop in the number of people eating meat. Or there is forecast to be a dramatic or rapid increase in sea levels over the next 2 decades. So it is talking about change at a very high speed. Now, sometimes we talk about large change, but it's not necessarily fast, right? It is large, but it's not fast. So again, we have the same thing here, the difference between fast and large. So large change is when, for example, we witness an increase in the price of beef from 2000 up to 2020, and it increased from $10 up to $100, all right? So this is a very big increase, but it's not fast. Fast is when, during a period of maybe 1 year or 2 years, we witness a very fast increase or drop. So this is the difference between fast and let's say large change. So when we talk about large change, we can use 3 adjectives. The first one is significant, the second one is considerable, and the third one is substantial. So these are 3 adjectives that we can use in order to talk about large change and the change that is not necessarily fast. For example, there is expected to be a significant, considerable, or a substantial rise in the number of people buying electric cars. Sometimes the change is very, very large, all right, larger than the 3 previous adjectives we worked, all right? So it's very large. In this case, we can use 2 adjectives. The first one is huge, and the second one is enormous. Huge and enormous. For example, there was a huge or enormous fall in the number of people living in the countryside. All right, that's all the adjectives we need to know in order to describe change in our graphs. Now it's time to put all these adjectives into practice. Here on your screen, you can see a line graph, right? So it is about animal encounters per week. So we are going to talk about the changes here using the adjectives we learned. The first one is encounters with small mammals in week 2. So as you can see, small mammals, the green line, in week 2, there is a huge decrease, right, in the encounters. So a sentence can be like this. There was, because it's in the past tense, there was a huge decrease in the number of encounters with the small mammals in week 2, right? Huge decrease. This is what we mean by huge. It is very, very large. So it dropped from 40 to approximately 10. So it is very huge, all right? It's very big, very large, let's say, change. Now let's work on bird sightings. So as you can see, birds are purple colors, and between weeks 6 and 9, so as you can see, between 6 and 9, there was let's say drop, all right? There was drop, but the drop was not very large, so we can use let's say significant, all right? There was a significant fall in the number of bird sightings between weeks 6 and 9. That was significant. And let's talk about deer sightings. So deer sightings, as you can see, in week 5, there was increase. However, it was slight, right? So we could say there was a slight increase in the number of deer sightings in week 5. Slight increase. Now I'm going to ask you some questions. 3 questions I want you to make sentence with. The first one is about small mammals. Small mammals, green line, and it's in weeks 10 to 12. So as you can see, 10 to 12. So it is clear that there was fall. So what adjectives what adjective we can use to describe this change? You know, in week 10, it was around, let's say, 18. And in week 12, it's around, let's say, 3, I guess, right? So from 18 up to 3, so the drop or the fall was sharp, right? It's very large. So we can say there was a sharp fall in the amount of encounters with small mammals between weeks 10 and 12. Now, my next question is about medium mammals, that is the blue line, and in weeks 8 to 10. So, as you can see, it was almost 0 in week 8, and it increased to around 4 or 5. So that was not very large, right? So we can say that was gradual, all right? That was gradual. So what sentence can we make out of this? There was a gradual increase in the number of encounters with medium mammals between weeks 8 and 10. And my last question is about birds, which is the purple line, in weeks 3 and 5. So, in week 3, that was around, let's say, 4 or 3, all right, the number. And in week 5, it was approximately 10. So we can say that from 4 up to 10, that was consistent, right? Consistent, let's say, rise or increase, right? So what sentence can we make out of this information we have? Again, we start our sentence with there was a consistent rise in the number of bird sightings between weeks 3 and 5. All right, pretty easy. So remember that when you want to use adjective plus noun, you have to use the structure there, to be, adjective, verb, and blah, 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 right? So this structure we worked on it in our previous session. So if you haven't still had the chance to watch that video, you can refer to our previous videos about the structures, simple and complex structures of writing. All right, that's all for today's session. I hope you've enjoyed this part. Our next part will be about adverbs. So as adjectives describe noun, adverbs describe verbs. So in this case, we will have the structure of verb and adverb. So I will talk a lot about this part, this topic in our next session. So I hope you've enjoyed this part. If you have any question, you can simply ask all your questions and comments, and I will kindly answer all your questions. Until next time, stay tuned and goodbye.